Please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir.
You can please introduce yourself.
Sure, sir. Good morning, sir. I am SUBHRANSHU, Mishra. I hail from nature Odisha.
Would you like to have some water?
No, sir, I am fine, sir. I have completed my schooling from science school from nature.
Yeah.
After that, I have completed my graduation in sociology from BJP College.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I have done my masters in sociology in IGNO, and since then I have been in the preparation for civil services exam. And sir, apart from my studies, I like to play badminton and I read books.
Good. And read books.
Yes.
What is the latest book you have read? Would you like to tell us something about SUBHRANSHU?
Sure, sir. Sir, the last book that I read was Why Bharat Matters by our Foreign Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar.
Okay. Can you tell us what the theme? Although it's very difficult because the words every sentence matters.
Yes.
But then if you are asked to tell us what is the sarans or what is the essence of what he's trying to say,
Sir, sure. Sir, basically about the book, he has written very descriptively about the importance that India, as Bharat, is playing right now in the current geopolitics and how our country is being a very influential partner to the partnering countries in the Indo-Pacific. That's exactly what it is.
good. Is it okay? But what are the factors? One is that we have it's geostrategically placed in the Indian Ocean. Is it one of the factors, and how important is that factor?
Sir, definitely the geographical place that our country holds in the
Indian Ocean.
global atmosphere, of course, that plays a very important role because India is strategically placed in the Indo-Pacific, and right now most of the activities in trade and military routes are being played in the Indo-Pacific. So India has a very good leverage as it has access to South Asia and Africa as well.
Okay.
And now we are also setting up many bases in the partnering countries like Singapore, Sri Lanka as well, where we are playing a very important role in partnering all those countries to help them.
Good. One question and I'm done. You are a scholar, a sociologist scholar, you done your master's also. Marriage is a very important social institution, isn't it? We think at some stage in the future, not in the too distant future, marriage as an institution will come more and more under strain and stress and eventually disintegrate. In other words, marriage may become obsolete as a social institution sometime in the foreseeable future.
Sir, according to my opinion, sir, I don't think that will happen because in India, like in Sanatan Dharma, marriage is sacred. But in other religions, marriage might be a bond. So in Sanatan Dharma, marriage has certain religious and some personal obligations as well. So I believe, of course, sir, due to variety of factors that are modernizing factors and the adoption of Western culture, we are seeing many such factors which are playing in breaking down of marriages, and we are also seeing divorces are being on that rising trend in India.
Yes.
But still, I believe marriage has a very important role to play in our society. It binds two individuals who are trying to cooperate and live their life in peace and harmony. So apart from those two individuals or spouses, marriage has a specific role in the society. Like we like marriage is a very important agent of socialization. Like it transmits the culture from the father to their sons and so on and so on.
Beautiful, beautiful. We stop it. Sorry.
Okay, SUBHRANSHU. What's the meaning?
Sir, Subhra means white and Ansh means some pieces of white. So Subhranshu means a symbol of peace.
SUBHRANSHU means sorrows.
Sir,
SUBHRANSHU means sorrows.
sir,
Sun.
sir.
Also
Yes.
refers to sun.
So yes, I didn't know.
So you are a part of sun, SUBHRANSHU. Bringing that light to the society. Okay, what prevented you not to go to the regular system of college education? At that time you entered into IGNOU after your graduation.
Sir, actually, I was very keen right from my childhood to start my preparation for civil services. Sir, actually, after my graduation, I was offered a seat in the Azim Premji Institute in Development Studies. So I did went there to continue, but due to some issues in scheduling and so there was enormous field works involved, which didn't quite gel with my schedule because I wanted my PG and preparation to go side by side. So I left there and I again joined IGNOU. So, and sir, I think that was a pretty wise decision according to me because IGNOU materials are very qualitative, which helped me in the preparation.
So that way you have caused yourself to be in this. Have you written some anthologies?
Sir,
Can you tell one?
sir, this one anthology, renovation of humanity and tales from the hearts. So these are some anthologies which
So
I
before that, anthology is what is the meaning of that?
Sir, anthology is it is actually a book of short poems and short stories. It's actually a collection of short stories. So basically, what we did is we tried to find young authors or young writers who are budding or aspiring to be in this field, and we asked them to give their own writings, and we edited and compiled it.
You edited and compiled?
Some me and some other friends, yes, sir. 2 3 friends.
How many?
Sir, about 6.
About 6.
Yes.
They are available in the market.
Sir, available in the online markets. Yes.
Okay. What the publishes?
Sir, one is a Fanatics publication, which is also a young publishing house, and so the other ones I'm not able to recall at this point.
But you have published, you cannot recall, that's very big.
Sir, Fanatics is one, and other.
That debate you can take. You have to, this is the compiler, and then you have compiled, and you cannot say that I don't remember nothing to discuss. Anyway, we'll take care of it. Okay. You are also a good essay writer also, no?
Yes.
And I'm a badminton player also. Who is representing our states in badminton?
Sir, right now, Sir Prabhu Bhagat is a yes, he's a badminton player, and right now, Sir, from our state, Rituparna Panda, a young badminton player who is a girl, she has played in Singapore Open in 2022. She has represented our state.
Okay, you belong to Khurda or you belong to Sambalpur?
Sir, I was born in Sambalpur, but since Sir, I was raised in Khurda.
You are good at telling something about Sambalpur or good at telling something about Khurda?
Sir, I can answer a few questions on Sir on both. Sir, I can answer a few questions upon both the places. If you
Both the
can.
places. Okay, can you tell something about the cultural history? Cultural history. People are very much aware of the kind of yes, those kind of. I am not interested in that. I am interested in cultural history.
Sir, culture-wise, Khurda has been a very prominent place in our state. Sir, from 1501 to 1883, Khurda was the capital of our state, and since then it has come under the British rule, And prior to that, like we have seen the prominent cases like Khandvi and Udaigiri, where the Buddhist and Jain culture flourished at one point of time, upon the time of Kharavada, of course. And since then, Bhubaneswar has been the temple city of the country. So we see a large number of temples in the Kalinga architecture style, which has propagated the prominently the Jagannath culture, and also apart from that, many Shakti Pithas are also there, like Josati Jogini temple, which is there, and so apart from that, also many Shiv temples are also there, like Lingaraj temple, and other temples.
Anytime Vaishnavism was also there in Vaishnavism.
Vaishnavism.
Buddhism and
Yes.
Jainism.
Yes.
Sometimes Vaishnavism was also there.
As far as I can remember, sir, the Ananta Vasudev temple, it is the only place where Vaishnavism was being propagated. Apart from that, sir,
Very often we say that it is the melting pot of many religions.
yes, sir.
It is the melting pot of many religions. Which cultural history of the district and province.
Yes.
Okay, from your sociology is the subject of. So what is Sanskritization?
So, Sanskritization is a process. First, it was coined by M.N. Srinivas, where he depicted that the lower caste of the country to get the higher status in the society, they try to emulate the upper caste, like especially the Brahmins. So that is why Sanskritization was a process where they tried to pick up their practices, their ethos and norms, so that their own status can be uplifted in the society.
Okay, can you tell something about the social welfare programs initiated by either government of Odisha or government of India, either social welfare? Because there are programs on health, there are programs on economic development, there are programs on skill development, and social welfare.
Sir, the state government has recently passed the SEKHAR program, which is basically centered on helping the beggars on the streets. So that is a social
What is that? What is that saying?
SEKHAR, sir.
What is that? Provisions? What provisions are there?
Sir, I am not really aware of the provisions, but what I know is the motive that it was passed for the beggars and street.
Okay, we will take care of that. You go.
Sir, apart from that, the last state, sir, there is the MSP scheme for minor forest produce. Like there is a Labha scheme, like Labhu, Bonajatiya, Rabia,
Especially
so the tribals will be a lot benefited in that sense.
is mainly towards economic
Yes.
towards social welfare. So social welfare front, can you tell us anything more?
So apart from this, I'm not able to. So that should be.
Central Yojana, Mahaprayam Yojana, are you aware of this? So they can be part of it. How to bring social exclusion and inclusion related programs, they can be part of this. Okay, sir.
SUBHRANSHU, where is Abdul Kalam Island?
Sir, Abdul Kalam Island is in Bales also. It is a missile island where the missiles and other defense technologies are being tested over there.
By whom? Tested by whom?
But the DRDO.
What is the full form of DRDO?
Sir, Defense Research Development Organization.
You tell me, why was a war fought between Armenia and Azerbaijan
Yes, sir.
in a few years ago?
Sir, Armenia and Azerbaijan are the two countries located in the Caucasus range between Asia and Europe. Sir, there was a conflict in a place called Nagorno-Karabakh,
Very good.
where these two countries have fought, and right now I think Azerbaijan is in captive of that place, and Armenia have done an agreement about that particular place.
Is there any defense relationship between India and Armenia?
Sir, I'm not.
Does India supply any arms to Armenia? You have what arms have been exported by India to Philippines
Yes.
in recent times?
Sir, the BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles are being supplied to Philippines.
So now you tell me, supposing you are the collector of a district, what measures will you take for, supposing you are collector in a tribal dominated district, so what steps would you like to take for tribal development?
Sir, basically, sir, Odisha is a very prominent place for the tribals because around 30 PBTGs are there in our state. All over in India, there is 62. So basically, the tribals in the state, like quite ancient times, from the ancient times, they have been located in a geographically difficult place where communication is tough. So they have been a little isolated, and also like the schemes post independent, what we have seen. So especially the government in trying to integrate them to the mainstream society, it is actually imposing the mainstream culture upon them, which I think is not right. So I believe they can be taught about the education system and
Yes.
better help in their own language and their own culture, and we can have some representatives from their own villages or panchayats who can contact them with the government, and they can have the access to many other things.
Okay. You tell me what is defection?
So, defection basically means the politicians who shift from one party to the other, maybe after the voting is done or after the results are out.
Is there any act to prevent or discourage defection, political defection?
Sorry, sir, so there is an Anti-Defection Act.
In which schedule of the constitution is it placed?
Sir, 10th schedule.
Sir.
Good. So, SUBHRANSHU, when is your interview?
Sir, it's on 28th.
28. This is your first exam.
Sir, it's on third attempt and first interview.
You know what went wrong? You are such a outstanding candidate. You didn't, your options were not good.
Sir, I believe that might have been played a role in me not passing through the prelims only, but this is the first time I had written mains and passed, and will be appearing the interview.
SUBHRANSHU, you are very well up on all the affairs, current affairs, and very deep knowledge of the Foreign Minister. So I don't think we have anything to suggest on this direction. And unless you have any questions to ask of us, and I think the mock interview is over.
Sir, I don't have anything to ask her, but, but I would like to say one thing to Sir. Sir is my principal actually.
Oh,
Yes.
you remember?
Yes, sir, definitely, sir.
Very good. Very
The answer is my principal, and for the first 2 years in my BJP years, we had many seminars and interviews
Okay.
I have attended. So once I saw Sir, I felt a little comfortable in appearing the interview.
Very nice, very nice. Our best wishes to you. You have done very well in this mock interview. You will definitely do well in the final interview. We are very sure. Okay.
SUBHRANSHU, we have nothing more to add. All the best. God bless you.
You are doing well, but you try to identify your weak areas.
Yes, sir.
I think you must have judged from this, which are your weak areas. It's why you need to focus on yourself. So that is very positive. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.